welcome back to another round of Historic on Arena. This time we've got Temur Flash, or Rug Flash, red, blue, green. This is a deck I played, I don't know, several days ago. Very similar to the Sultai version, but instead of all the black removal spells, I've got, well, red removal spells, and Bonecrusher Giant, which is maybe the main reason for going red. Bonecrusher was also very good in the blue-red Flash deck, both in Standard and in Historic. So I did make one change to the main board. I believe that's all I did. I went up one Frilled Mystic and down a Mystical Dispute, and my reasoning for that was in the control matchups, um, Mystical Dispute is great, but Frilled Mystic is just the bee's knees. And a lot of times I side out the Mystical Disputes in basically non-control matchups. And in those matchups, Frilled Mystic is still a solid card. I'd rather not have Mystical Disputes. So we're going to see how that goes with Frilled Mystics, because I love Spell Pierce, Brazen Borrower, Bonecrusher, but Frilled Mystic is just such a cool card. So let's take it into some matches and see if it does as well this time as it did last time. I believe my takeaway last time was that the Field of the Dead matchup is pretty awful. Don't have a lot of answers to that main board. I have Flame Sweep, which I'm hoping that I can be aggressive enough that the Flame Sweep can be like a sweep and attack with everything. But we'll see. So let's take it into some matches. Alright, round number one. This hand seems great. If it's against a creature matchup, it's going to be awesome. So we'll keep. Something I have noticed, unfortunately, is that I'm going to put down Steam Vents here. The meta has kind of established. I'm seeing a lot of Sultai. Okay, so this is Field of the Dead, so of course we run into our absolute worst matchup. The meta has basically established. Gruul is kind of the mono red that everyone likes to spam. We might be able to get off to a quick start with Cutthroat. Fortunately, I was on the draw here, but Cutthroat can put a quick clock on. No, okay. Sure. This is not Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead, well, it might still be Field of the Dead. We'll see. I don't really have counter spells right now, so I don't think I'm going to worry about Kiora. I think I'm just going to attack face. But yeah, so Field of the Dead, that's around, but definitely seeing a ton of Gruul. I'm just going to pop this into play, and then I'm going to opt. And they'll probably take the Ambusher. We'll see. It's going to be a quick clock. Okay, great. So pick your poison. Okay. Take another card.
The ocean surges.
Wow, I made a mistake there. I might just be dead. And I only have 2 blue sources. It's unfortunate.
Smells sweet. I love to make a splash.
Jeez. That is quite impressive. How many counters is she on? I think I'm just going to bounce the Kiora. Although, can't really get through. Yes, I can. I'll just use. This game turned around very quickly. I mean, I can grow that Cutthroat a lot. I'm going to pass a turn. I'm just going to try it. Like I mentioned in the Sultai video, one thing that is very strong against this is targeted removal. So, sure.
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
See what they do here. So they've got effects, but I think I'm fine with taking 4. So they do have something. I'm guessing Assassin's Trophy. Nice. Okay. So this is exactly the type of deck, and I think I'm just dead here. I can't see. It was a bit sarcastic, but no, that's a. This is a cool deck. I'm glad that I appreciate that someone is discard and removal spells and Krasis. That's awesome. Sure. They've just had everything this game. I think we're just dead. I didn't draw a single spell pierce. He says as he draws a spell pierce. Let's stick it out. Let's stick it out. Maybe they'll try to God Eternal. Enter the God Eternals again. So yeah, this is an interesting deck. Kiora plus a bunch of beaters. Questing Beast, really cool. That's funny. All right, good game. So, Ambusher. I don't know why the picture isn't coming up for the foiled. That's kind of weird. Yeah? It only comes up for the non-foiled ones. Anyways, okay. Do I want Aether Gust? Green or red? Is there anything green or red in their deck besides Kiora Quest? I guess Questing Beast. But, I mean, the Shocks are dead. Should have taken them out instantly. Trickster might be dead as well. Mystical Dispute. I'm just going to keep that in there. Enter the God Eternals, etc. Oh, I just go like that. I don't think I really want to be dealing with their threats with Lava Coil. Yeah, let's send it back. Yeah. Much better. Just get rid of the Stomping Ground, and we will be happy. It'll be great. And they probably have brought in a bunch of targeted removal. Alright. So, that kind of spell's not the best. If they hold up mana here. So they might have Disfigure, and if they do, I just die. They did not. Alright. Sure. Okay, so they don't seem to have Disfigure again. Unfortunately, my Spell Pierce is quickly growing dead. Need to hit a land right now. Did not. Is A-okay. Ah, this deck. Sweet. Soul Diviner's a cool card. That's why they're playing. So they might have Cast Down, but I need to find another land. So it's okay if they kill my Cutthroat. Yeah. At the end of the day, they've just had it all. And sometimes you just have it all. But it's a cool deck. Yep. Ceratops isn't as scary, given the fact that I've got a green blocker and red removal. At least be able to get Diviner down. And I'm just going to make it a 3/3. Yes. So, kudos to building. This is a cool deck that from mi opponente. I'll just get in for 2. I'm not going to block. That is really frustrating. I am definitely a fan of their deck. Uro. So Diviner, I'm surprised they haven't seen a Blast Zone yet. Yep, I take that. So, your removal isn't going to... Okay, let's get rid of that. Trickster. I don't think Trickster does anything for me. It does make Preserver big. That's really tough because... The moment I tap out on my Spell Pierce, they'll be able to use Enter the God Eternals. Good game. Alright, they got me. That was a super sweet deck. Back down to gold to beginning. Alright, I'm going to be playing against an Esoterica. That's a unique name. They are above in the ranking a bit. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. Be on the draw again. On the draw again. They did mulligan. Good stuff. Okay, Growl. Really? They might think I'm Nexus, which is kind of interesting. What? Well, Brazen Borrower is going to get some work here. I'm going to shock this in. I'm not going to attack. Obliviously. I'll just take it. See what they play. What? Main deck? Are you kidding me? Dead gummit. Actually, what am I doing? I can just... I'm just going to bounce that character. Who plays Shifting Ceratops in their main deck? Okay, well, I'm going to punish you for that, because I'm going to kill you with my 2-drop. Good. Oh, they're a dinosaur deck. That makes sense. Dinosaur deck team's horrible. Jun Dinos. So, just going to flash this in and make that a 4/4. If I could click correctly, that would be great. So give it trample. So I take 1 point. So I guess my 4-drop traded with their 4-drop. Seems good. Regisaur. Jeez. That is what we call rough. I think, though, I'm going to Trickster in. Trickster their Regisaur and make Preserver a 5/5. So, they might have removal for it. Looking for more dinosaurs. I could also Brazen Borrower in and make it a 4/4. Jeez, they are just absolutely finding all the answers. Yeah, let's just not take any. Let's not take any damage here. This turn. Tap that. And make it a 5/5. If I get him big enough, he will be... Okay, Counterspell is kind of legit. Counterspell is kind of legit. So they're just shredding their own hand with that Regisaur. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's amazing. I'm dying here. I am dying here. I think that's fine. So, yeah. Just gonna make Preserver 7/7. Eat their Triceratops. Block Regisaur. And I have no plans for what to do now. I have absolutely no idea what to do. Man, they had everything. Like, double Ceratops, Galta, Marauding Raptor, Rotting Regisaur, and I drew all my two mana shocks. Well, I guess so. If I do this and just play Bonecrusher, and if they draw blank, which they won't, so I double block Galta, take 9. Oh, what does that mean? So unfortunately, he can't actually kill both my stuff. I did not realize that. That's okay. A Borrower would be awesome here. A Cutthroat. um, one more land. It's unfortunate. Alright, we're just going to Bonecrusher and then Cutthroat on their turn. Oops, no, want to attack. So Borrower's looking pretty bad here. I obviously used it before. Whoops. Oh. Guess we're just gonna trade. Make bad trades all day. Oh, they have something in hand. Embercleave, which is hilarious. Good game. Alright, they literally had everything. Alright, so that was an ugly game. This has been happening lately where I'll have a couple matches where my opponents just have the nuts. Mystical Dispute's just literally the worst. Shocks. Oh, Spell Pierce. What am I doing? It's probably just going to bring in Lava Coil. It can actually do something in the matchup. So Wildborn Preserver was actually really good there. Come on. I mean... I'm going to put down the Crag first. Maybe I should have just used the turn to opt, but... Okay, that's fine. So Mystic will be good if I can get to 4 mana before they cast something ginormous. Like that. Okay, so it was, in fact, wrong for me to... play the Crag. Could have opted into a Steam Vents. Alright. See if I can find a bone... What? Get out of here. Okay, that's good to know. I think I'm just going to Steam Vents here, and I will either gust their Raptor or gust their play after. Actually, I might gust their Raptor or their Raptor. What? Right. What do you... That's what your card... They always do that. Oh, boy. I think I just need to get rid of that. Marauding Raptor's a sweet card, too. There's just so many cool things you can do in this format. Well, that's kind of nice. So... I'm going to Frilled Mystic anything that's expensive here. Otherwise, I will just cast Nightpack Ambusher. Yeah, so I'm not going to do Raptor. But now they can cast that, so let's just get rid of that. And I can block Raptor now, which is relevant. But not that. What? Seems good. Well, that's kind of legit. We'll gladly take 5. They must not have a dinosaur in hand. They may just have removal. Okay. I'm not going to be casting my Bonecrusher in the main phase, so... Let's just attack. I'm going to use my wolf to block. Stop looking at my cards. Nice. I think Ambusher can race Regisaur. This is going to be a big one. Oh, that hurts. They've just had everything. Every game. Well, do I kill the Regisaur? I think I probably do. And now I'm flooding. Great. Great. Okay, that might... It's gonna sit tight. Alright, Cutthroat might be able to get me out of this. Okay, so they've got a cleave. So we're gonna go like that, and like so. And then Cutthroat Stroke. Yep. And we eat the Raptor. Now we have Borrower. I'm gonna get in with Cutthroat here, because Bonecrusher's not getting any. It's gonna stay a decent side to trade with the Brontodon. Do I even care about that? I don't think I do. I'm gonna bounce Brontodon. And then cast Borrower. Okay, so we get to smack for 8. Okay. So they flooded pretty hard there at the end. Um, the Bone Crushers really aren't that great. Like, I'm not really killing anything with them, right? I mean, they can be a blocker, a 4/3 blocker, which is relevant. Alright, now we gotta take them on the draw. It's gonna be a lot harder. It is all shocks. Jeez. Okay. Land. Really? No, I can't afford to take damage off my lands from the start. I'm gonna be shocking in. Probably take like 6 damage total. Really? Okay. Well. Sure. I believe Savage Stomp costs is sorcery speed, which is great. Got 3 blue, but everything in my hand is blue, so we're just gonna sit tight here. And maybe I can use Stroke. Get this Cutthroat all powered up. That's something that has to be Aether Gusted. Okay. Now they've got the Savage Stomp! Look at them go! Well, I had to get rid of it, so. Oh, I could have killed it. Darn it! I'm such a bad player. It'd been a 2-for-1. I always forget the Savage Stomp is fight. I gotta use my mana. Don't think I want another land. I need Frilled Mystic. Trickster's okay. Okay, so I know I'm taking damage, but where are all my green cards? Jeez. Sure, that's fine. What I should have done was bounce the Raptor. Yep. quick clock. I may just die to this Ceratops. I have all these green cards in my deck. Gotta draw them. Nope. Oh, magic. Partially, this is my fault. I would be +3 life, and Ceratops wouldn't have been able to attack there if I had opted when they used Savage Stomp. So, that's really good.
It's a beautiful day for chaos, isn't it?
Good game. Just drew all my blue spells. Alright. Shifting Ceratops is a fun magic card. On the draw third time, it is my goal to get untilted. I'm like kind of on tilt right now. Just... Alright, well, having that in a hand seems good. I'm going to pop this into play untapped, and if they Thought Erasure on turn 2, I'll deal with it. Really? Okay. Oops. Well, now I have to take 2 more damage. Oh, it's a hard life, is it not? Teferi. No Teferi. Unfortunately, I am just playing badly. Okay, so they do have removal. Jeez, they just have always had it the whole game. That's not true, is it? Tyrant Scorn. It's okay. I'll be able to interact with them here and then have Frilled Mystic for next turn. So, do I really care about that? Probably, because then I have to start dealing with it, so... Alright, well, we're sort of flooding. Only 2 blue sources, though. I can't let Hero Precinct 1 get on the field. That's gotta go away. Interestingly enough, if I had not had my Tyrant's Scorn die, I could have gotten my Cutthroat going, but... So I made a mistake there. Here comes Teferi. Oath of Kaya. Well, I think that's a good game. Yep. Alright. Alright, third game, third match in a row. So, Esper Hero. It's going to be good there. Ambusher probably. I don't even really know what's bad. Maybe Ambusher's not where I want to be. And just keep the curve lower. Shocks are good. I don't want a ton of Flame Sweeps. Maybe I don't want Flame Sweep at all. Maybe I just want to take out the Flame Sweeps. No, let's cut Ambusher. Let's see how that. I'm experimenting here. All right. Theoretically, I would like to win a game at some point. Oh, the flood continues. So if they thought Erasure here, okay, so they have Hero on 1. That's kind of nice. Probably just want to get rid of it now. And maybe an incorrect. Might have been okay to sacrifice a 1/1. I just have to get rid of that. Alright. No more lands. Like, what do you do when this happens? It's been kind of happening, I don't know, these 3 matches. 4 cards drawn, 6 lands. Alright, I'm not feeling it. We're done. Heading back down to gold 4. Alright, we're on the draw number 4. This is going to be my last match. I'm just not really feeling... I'm just going to try it one more time because I don't want to end on a loss. I'm going to keep this. Hopefully I'll have... there's 2 lands in the top. That's a good start. Okay. So that is... No. So this is Esper here. So if they jam to Fairy. So I'm actually going to learn from my lesson from before, and I'm going to put out Trickster. And so... What? This time they didn't have it? Are you kidding me? I just really don't want to end on a 0-3 matches lost. So next 2 turns I'll have Frilled Mystic, Frilled Mystic. Stop. Okay, well that's a really good sign. So they've got to deal with my board, and I've got 2 Frilled Mystics, so... Yep, seems good. Jeez. So I think I gotta let him take that. There's a chance it's better just to counter it so that I have 2 choices. Okay, well that's really good. I mean, pretty sure I'll gladly, unless they have 3 Thought Erasures, which is not unlikely. So it looks like they do have spot removal. Okay, so I can buff up Preserver by 1. Okay. So Stroke, Shock. That may just be what I do. I do feel really weak to... I'm going to go down to 2 Tricksters. Trickster is essentially just a bear here. Go up to 3 Ambushers. Ambusher isn't in this matchup, or isn't in the deck for this matchup, but it is a quick clock. I do not want to flood on him, though. So with 7, 11 counters, so 13 counter spells. Well, this is what I didn't want to happen, but I got Spell Pierce, so nice. Drawing them lands. Yep, that's exactly why I didn't side in the third. That's really tough because I'm not really doing anything. Nope. But then they get to draw basically 2 cards. I just gotta get rid of Narset. Okay, Stroke's a good card there. Sure. Spell Pierce is good. Don't have the lands for it yet, but... Okay, so I'm just going to start jamming these. What? Okay, if they want a board wipe, they can do that. Sorry. Sure. I think they're just dead now. Teferi. So, if I do this... It's actually fine, right? Seven, 10. Okay. Alright. Somehow sneaked in a win there. Alright, so... I don't think that I want to continue with this deck. I just don't see why I would play this over the Sultai version. Bonecrusher being a 4-3 is nice, but, I mean... We played against decks like that had Deputy of Detention or Dinosaurs, and essentially Bonecrusher was just a 3-mana 4-3, which is not playable in this deck. Yeah, I don't think that the games were a very good descriptor of how this deck plays, because I drew okay in a couple games, but I just got like flooded a bunch, and my shocks just disappeared. Yeah, and my shocks were hanging out with my lands. Like, who does that? Just kidding. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play this anymore. I just don't think that there's any reason to do this, to play Temur over Sultai. Preserver was really great. Again, Frilled Mystic is obviously super good. Ambusher, great, but I think I'll probably want to do the Sultai version or just I don't know. The cards felt good, but um, like in that Esper deck, that last game we did well. But anyways, got to win there at the end, so not completely sad, but I just don't think that this 2 damage removal is worth going a third color. Like the Sultai version just feels. Let me just pop over to it. Just being able to bring in like Noxious Grass for dinosaur matchups or Deputy of Detention, etc. Just feels really good. And Unmortigo makes the Fill of the Dead matchup a lot better. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.